So I'm glad you mentioned trust because people always talk about, okay, well, how do I build confidence? How do I build rapport? How do I build this and that? And trust is sits within that
Mm.
list. But trust should really be the key focus because judgments of trustworthiness are the first judgment that we make of a person. And we make it unconsciously, we make it in less than a second of observing their face. So that judgment as well, it affects the balance of all other judgments. So
So
if you're
what
judged,
is those things that you look for in the face first? And let's build it
yes,
and filter down and unpeel the onion because
yeah,
I get really excited because I want to know everything at once, but I know that's not the way to work. But the first impressions that count, and we know it's in seconds. What are
yeah.
the things that we look for unconsciously?
Okay, well, the first thing that we look for is a smile. And this is why you can never ever underestimate the power of a smile, because when we see a smile, neuroscience evidence have shown us that oxytocin is released in the brain. And what happens is oxytocin sends signal to the amygdala,
Hmm.
which controls the fight or flight response and says, it's okay. No, this person isn't a threat. So no need to fight or flight. So it helps you relax, it helps you build trust. So that is vitally important. But it's not just positive countenance because we know that when people are really positive, we trust them more. And we
Yeah.
know that people who are smiley, even people that have a smile on their headshot versus people who are very serious on their headshot, are perceived as more employable and perceived as more trustworthy. But it's also about consistency of emotional expressivity. And this emotional expressivity is vital as well. So, for example, if you're talking about a really bad day that you've had and it's really stressful, or maybe you've had a family concern, if I'm like, I'm so sorry, and I'm still smiling and I'm being really, really positive when I should be showing empathy and
Mm.
sadness, that's going to affect my perceived trustworthiness because now it's going to make my positive countenance look very artificial and inconsistent because you want someone to mirror your expressions. So I need to be able to mirror your emotional expressions as well.
Mm.
So I can show that I'm empathetic by being really emotionally expressive. If you're talking about a bad day, I'm so sorry. It's not, I'm so sorry to hear that because that's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a really silly thing to say, don't do this. But when you're focused so much on, I need to be positive, I need to smile, it's very easy to get inside your own head